hello, listeners. Welcome to this cozy corner where creativity meets the conversations. I'm your host Z as usual, and today I'm not alone as usual. And ndihleli no classic TNE. I'm sure uzombuza ubana ngubani classic TNE. I'm not gonna tell you. Uzozitsho ngokwakhe. Okay, yeah.
um, uh, Classic TNE is the ever ready, extraordinary, I fit in each and every legendary category. You know what's up?
Yup.
Birth name, determination, Mhlamulo Mtapa, you know, Venda father, Tonga mother, and well, grew up around Joburg basically. So yeah, I'm multilingual. As much as you can hear only the English in my raps and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nabalabula, Ndamba,
Oh,
talk.
oh,
You know, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Ngiyakhuluma. I did like Zulu in school, like primary school. I did only Tonga in like high school and all that. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I just never know which way I'm gonna answer you.
No,
Too many languages all the time. Yeah.
that's great. Okay, ooh, classic. In fact, why classic TNE?
Well, I've had a lot of stage names before, but I don't know, classic just, I'm a classic. I'm more like a, nostalgic person, And to tell the truth, my first rap name was Dollar, yeah, and then changed to at some point it was, loyalty changed, and now it's like, classic. Actually, there was, I think there was artists performing on like Hectic 99 back in the day. I don't remember who the group was. They just said a line that I was like, everything is black and white. This classic. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, okay, cool. So I had to add my special flavor on it because there's so many classic. There's more classic. There's so many stage names classic. So I had to add my TNE at the end, which stands for trial and error. So which is kind of like my smaller kind of label that I operate as. So trial and
Oh.
error, because even when we started, you record your song, you take it to the radio says it has to be registered. You have to go back. You come back, they say there's no artwork. You go back. You come back, there's no bio. So it's more like trial and error. There's no formal training, which is basically that's where the TNE comes from. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wenza ucula
Music.
Yes.
It's hip hop. Abanye babize rap, depending on who you ask. Because no, hip hop is actually a culture that encompasses rap. Not like there are two different things. Just the rap is within hip hop, basically. Like skateboarding is, like graffiti, beatboxing. They're all within the envelope of hip hop. So yeah, I make hip hop, but catch me on a good day. Maybe I can jump in on my piano song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but like those beats are so tricky, like you have to bob and weave before you can, you have to bob and weave before you can get it right. For me, at least that is. A lot of people, it's easy for them, but for me, I've never been a talented person, but I've always been a passionate person. So, yeah, if you jump on piano and you're a rap artist, it's pure talent. Yeah.
Alright. Well, to be honest, mina bengicabanga ukuthi kunamapiano, kune-rap, kune-hip hop. Bengicabanga ukuthi i-hip hop iyodwa.
Nah. It's more like how amapiano is part of house, basically in a way. It's not exactly that way, but hip hop is a movement, it's a culture. There's so many layers to it. There's so much history onto it. But the rap is just the breakout to say, rhythm and poetry. That was the most marketable thing. That was, you know, but it's part of hip hop. Part of hip hop. Some just earlier it was called MCing, but that's what it is. Rap is more like just one of the five elements of hip hop. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Alright. So what made you ukuthi Kule hip hop or ube ngumrap?
Ooh, growing up, I was curious, like when it came to music, you read the back of the CD and it says such and such, this is the name of the song, and it says
Mm-hmm.
3.32. In the beginning, I thought that was the time they finished the song. I was like, these guys are not sleeping. Like, they're up at 4, quarter past 4, because those were the minutes of the song. But at the time, I was so like so intrigued, like like
Oh, whoa, you.
like 4 minutes, 15 seconds. I was like, so these guys finished this song at like quarter past 4, because it's like just the dot. I thought it was
Yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. It's
I didn't know
4 o'clock,
it was the
3 o'clock,
duration.
or
Yeah,
quarter past three.
yes, it was like, okay, so if the song is 6 minutes long, so oh, they finished it at 6 o'clock. I was
Oh
like,
no, man.
I tell you, but I've always been, I would like music. My uncles played mostly like reggae or Peter Tosh, you know, Bob Marley, Lucky Dube, and all that. But I didn't start listening to hip hop until one uncle of mine, he had a computer at the time. A computer. There was a time where you had a computer. It was like,
Yo.
yeah. So he would play, like Tupac, Changes, and my other uncle also had the Loyal to the Game album by Tupac, and then I started like, okay, 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 this is nice. It wasn't up until we had a neighbor as well back then in Honeydew, in Dunspace. He had like a DVD. It had like music videos on it. It was like 22 music videos on it. There was Nelly, My Place. There was Outkast. Hey, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was I think there was Sean Paul there. There was Amon. There was Jaheim, if I'm not mistaken. There was Eminem, Lose It. There was, but one that actually like struck like that spark was Candy Shop by 50 Cent.
Take you to the candy shop.
You know how it starts, how it gets out of the Lamborghini, and you just see the G Unit sneaker. You like, and there's girls everywhere. It's like it's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
You see the guy is looking good. He's got expensive shoes, expensive, and then you just see that whole mansion. The girls, it's also looking very nice.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
okay, it's a no-brainer. Maybe I can try doing this basically. Like
Okay.
yeah, that was like the okay, this is nice. Yeah.
What exactly message did you get from candy shop?
Ah,
Or like you just like the style, like the way engakhona.
it was hard to put into words. When you're a child and you see something you like
Mm-hmm.
and you can't really understand why, but you just keep on,
Mm-hmm.
you just want to go,
Another thing. Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
just
yeah.
want to go play it again, you play it again. It just looked so, I don't know, it was like a movie, it was like a mini movie. It wasn't just for me, it wasn't just the guy singing and the car. It just felt like it felt like an
Oh,
experience.
okay.
It's
Now I
like,
get
okay,
you.
so this can happen. So you can look this good. You can, there can be girls, they can dance, they can matching outfits. You're like, okay, what's going on here? So, but later on, I went and listened to his album later when I started writing and all that. But when I listened to his album, it basically shaped my how I make music. So it's I have something to say, but it has to be entertaining at the same time as well.
Mm.
Because a lot of artists they're entertaining, but then when you sit down, you're like, okay, what did this person really say? You know,
Ayenzi sense, but like,
because
yeah.
that's the recipe for let's say classic music. You have to go back and like, yeah, no, 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 no. Now I understand why I was singing this, or now I understand why I was saying that. Now I
Mm.
understand. Like those, because I'm a self-motivated person, so the motivation I get is usually from the music. When I'm down, whatever the case is, I'm not down, I'm up. It's usually the music that like kind of like sums up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're not saying anything, you just the flow sounds good. You can dance to it. The beat sounds good. It's it's all fun, But I can't go back to that song after 5 years to listen to it. And my friend,
Yeah.
I can't go back because like you get there like this was it only captured a moment in time and there was nothing else. Just captured that moment and it froze that moment in time. When you go back you don't feel the same.
Right. We are a rapper. It is it uyacula,
Uh-huh.
and then you are writing your own songs.
Yeah.
Right. Uh, what inspires you? Like Maubala.
Writing is weird for me, man. Like I said, I'm not a talented person. You know, I'm a passionate person. There are talented musicians, are hardworking musicians.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just somewhere in the middle. You know, just
Okay.
that pocket
Yeah,
nyana.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, they say hard work beats talent, and then there's also that pocket here passion. You know, to want to get something right. That I want to make a song like this. That's not hard work. That's
Mm.
passion. I want it to sound this specific way. I want to get my friend to sing this specific part. That's passion. It's not hard work. Hard work is I'm gonna do 20 songs before I go. That's hard work. You
You'll
know,
push until you get
to
to
20
20 songs,
songs,
yes.
right? And then you get talented people who get it right on the first take.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's us passionate people. You have to erase the song, come back, and like, you know what? I'm no longer using this song. So for me, most of my writing, I don't do it on paper. I'm more like memorize, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, basically, I memorize. Okay, my process it differs from song to song, but ideally, I prefer writing on the beat when the beat is already there, right? So once the beat is there, I listen to what the beat is saying to me. Remember, when a producer is making a beat, it takes them to a different place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can you complement that, or do you go the other way?
Mm-hmm.
If you go the other way, is it still within the concept they have? Because producers are like the genius of music; that they understand, you know. So if you have a producer who's with you and they understand music, you don't let go of that person, right? So usually when I write, I would just, maybe I'm at work, I'm getting inspired by something, or I'm in a taxi, or maybe I'm driving, whatever it is. Maybe I'll have like 4 lines, right?
Okay.
Have like 4 lines, 4 lines. Okay, this 4 lines sounds so good, right? On this beat. And then at times, if I already have the beat, I'll just keep replaying the beat, replaying the beat, replaying the beat, you know. Go those 4 lines, replay it. Go those 4 lines, replay it. Go 6 lines, replay it. And then usually how I compose, it's I like writing more when I'm walking. I don't know if that makes sense. Because it helps you relax. You don't have to when I'm walking, put my headphones on. I just walk around the block or wherever I'm at, or I'm walking to work, or I'm walking from work. I'm just writing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I also consume most of the music from other artists when I'm walking. You know, I'm not listening to music when I sit down. It makes too much noise for me. I don't know if that makes sense. But when I'm walking, when I'm driving, when I'm, in a taxi, whatever it is. So I would get the song. Sometimes one verse was used on 4 different beats, but it fitted more onto this one. Or this is the song that I felt like it feels right. There are songs that I've had for maybe a beat that I've had for like 2 years, record it, I get a guest feature. I don't like it, scratch it, maybe take that verse, edit it, because there are times where I've taken maybe half a verse from a different song, put with another verse from a different song, and still go, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
get four lines as the start of the song, and then maybe I write other ones right in the studio, right? So if you say I must write a video, I can write a 16, a post 16, start to finish, right? But if I don't have to, I can take maybe a week or a month or a year, or doesn't really matter. Just and I memorize it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I know the tempo, and sometimes I don't start from. bar number one to bar number 16. Sometimes you go bar number one, two, three, like, oh, I don't know about number four, but I know number 16. So I can go into the hook.
Really?
Exactly, easy.
Is that possible?
Definitely, definitely. If you're a songwriter, you don't write like
Step by step.
for others maybe they can.
Can
but
you, Scott?
it's like writing a movie.
Can you write step by step, or like can you write from four bit?
Bar number four,
Bar number
you
four
jump, you go
to
to
16.
yeah. And then you're like, okay, I don't know what's gonna be in between, but I know
No
this how the
ways.
person is gonna
Yeah, music is like if whatever the prep for
yeah,
for nine,
yeah,
then open in between. If we call it opening in right
yeah,
or happy right,
yeah,
the ending some what idea yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, part because
Hey!
Yes, yes.
open your mind just yeah.
Yeah. You're like, okay, I know it's supposed to start like this. This is correct. These lines I'm not so sure.
And that
But I know how this is gonna
end.
basically. It's like a movie, you know. I want to tell a story of maybe a guy who drops out and ends up being a teacher. You don't know what's gonna happen in between. You know the end goal, but you just need to figure out the in between to say what pushes him back to being, a teacher because he dropped out. Did he see something? Was he inspired by something? Did he have a setback? So you don't know the middle, but you know how it's gonna end. So it's like that. Sometimes it's a puzzle. It's very fun. Other people can start from verse number two and come back to verse number one. You can also do that. You don't have to write the song, the way it's on a phone, it's not usually how it is. Yeah. Or you can be like, I know the bridge is fine. I love the bridge. I don't know what to write as a first verse.
Oh, all right. How is the support from good family, my friends?
Well, I've always been a ghost. I've always been a ghost. You see me with the music. When the music is not there, you don't see me.
Oh, okay.
Basically, even when I'd go to sessions, when we were still, doing like hip hop sessions, Ekaplan is on stage at the time. Come Sunday, I'm there, I'm freestyling, I'm rapping, whatever it is. Come Monday, I'm going to work completely a different person, right? But now I understood something that your family doesn't have to be fans, but they have to be supporters. Your friends don't have to be friends, but they have to be supporters. That friend of yours, that family of yours, even your ex, go back to your ex, retweet my link, retweet my link. Yeah, like I posted something, go like it.
Yeah.
Your friends will see it. Maybe you don't like the music I make, but what about your friends? What about your colleagues? What about your boss?
Yeah,
They don't have to be fans. You don't have to be like, oh, Classic is my favorite rapper because he's my cousin. You can say, someone else is your favorite rapper because we know that's the reality, right? But you have to support. Nikosi, just because my brother can go and play for Pirates doesn't mean now I'm a pirate. No, 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 no. I'll go and support you, but Nikosi.
Izostika khona la.
You get, yeah. Just because they're not your friends doesn't mean they should be a supporter. So they should support you. Yeah, you should force them. Hey, posted something on my status there. Hey, retweet, you retweet. I don't care about you, but I care about the person who might say, go retweet.
And right, man, right,
Yeah,
because like angangayithandi kwamambela i-brother yakho, but
Yes.
then i-friend yakhe ne-ex yakhe
Exactly. You go back, I don't want to love back, but I want you to retweet.
i-ex izothi angizo-retweeta for that.
No, man,
Asilwanga.
no, plug me. What if you are now you're the friend of the event organizer and then you happen to see my stuff?
Yeah, talking of that, ama-gigs uwathola njani?
Gigs, I had taken a break. So yeah, I'm kind of like coming back to it. I had taken a break because of work. I had to relocate to like all the way to like Boxburg, So, and I'm based like right now I'm in Soweto, right? But I was based in like Honeydew, So I was so far from Izinto. Yeah. So I took a break. So gigs, I'll start getting gigs or I'll start accepting gigs in yeah, maybe around December and so. But what I'm always going for is hip hop sessions, you know, because for you to be able to like take gigs, you need to look at yourself and see how much are you worth. Is it worth for me to charge someone 2.5 when I know I can't get five people in the door that came to watch me? You understand?
Mm.
So gigs, some people do that because they're reliant on music
Yeah,
as
yeah,
a
yeah.
as
Mm-hmm.
something to put on the table.
Yes.
But if you have a 9 to 5, then you evaluate things properly to say, is it worth for me to say to someone, "Ufuna 5,000 to perform," when you know what you're not gonna get, you're just gonna find the people who are already there. By the time you
Mm.
start charging, you should know which, okay, if I am charging, I have a leverage which I'm at least gonna get 50 people there, I'm gonna get
Oh,
100
yeah,
people there.
yeah.
That's,
Makes sense.
you understand.
Mm-hmm.
So usually, among people these days, we have this thing which is once the song is on, it's on, then I'm a superstar, and it doesn't work that way. We've been performing for other artists. We've had sessions or events or for other artists. So you need to, when you go and charge someone, is it not going to be the same thing? Is it going to be fans who are coming strictly off of wanting to watch you? Or it's just people who are just there on the day, you know, they were just there with their friends.
Yeah, yeah,
So you need to know exactly how much you're worth, and then you can know how much to charge, and you can know what kind of gig you taking? Are you going to the church to perform?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is your music suitable to go to the church to
Yes, yes,
perform?
yes.
Are you going to the clubs, or are you going to the tavern, or are you going to a lounge? You know,
Mm.
you need to work that properly, you know, before you can do anything else, basically.
Okay. Yini eke yakwenzakalela or okay wayenza uperforma like something or like the most embarrassing thing ekhile yakwenzakalela uperforma or usestage about to
Um,
perform.
I don't really have those numbers. The thing is, I'm straight edge, you know, I don't drink, I don't smoke, so
Are you
that
sober?
that kind of like eliminates his meaning already,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you're not going to the stage super high
Mm-hmm.
or super drunk.
Okay.
So already that bulk is out. And I don't have any embarrassing moments. What I would say rather is I had an inspiring moment. You know, there was a time. I always when I'm performing, I prefer to let the beat play and I rap as opposed to rapping at the backside, right? I prefer to have the beat, and sometimes because of my creative process, sometimes I want to perform the song before I record it. Goes back to that writing process. Sometimes I perform just the beat, perform the verse, the hook, straight like that. The one time, actually, one of the fans, when I was performing, sometimes you just find one person, you know, just one person who's just watching you and that actually like listening, like, and then everyone else is like, whatever, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but this one gentleman gave me 10 rand. No, it's like I had never been paid before.
Wow.
Like for you to take 10 rand off of your pocket and actually give it to me, it says a lot. It says a
A
lot.
lot, a
You can
lot.
give me 10,000, you probably have 10 million more. But for you to take 10 rand out of your pocket and say, just keep doing what you're doing, I
Wow.
think that's great, man. Great.
Okay, about your 10,000 download EP. Yini i- 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 yini ekukhuthazile ukuthi uyibhale, uyicule?
Ah, 1,000 download EP. 1,000 download EP was more, at the time we didn't know it, but like I said, trial and error. At the time, it was an experimental project that we didn't know, right? In retrospect, you're like, okay, this we were actually like we didn't know what we were doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, but we just had like when we started recording, basically we started like everyone, you know. You have your home theater speaker. There's
Mm-hmm.
no
Yeah, yeah,
studio.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you know. You have your microphone, Leo, or
Mm-hmm.
wherever. Yeah, our situation when we started recording was like we had like a mattress, you know, like a mattress is a booth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had like this microphone. You know, this 10 second away. You see that roll there, like the one day AT, you see that for the carpet.
No
You
ways.
see that? That was the
That's
stand.
creativity, though.
That was the stand. That was the stand. That was the stand. And we learned a lot at the time, but this was way before we did the 1,000 downloads, right? And at the time, your FL would crash, would have like backup beats on a CD, the PC would crash and all that. But later on, I spoke to my producer at the time, Jay Skito. He was like, okay, bro, if you could get like this 10,000, can like start like a proper studio like this. If you can get 10,000, right? I start working. I'm like, bro, I come back. I'm like, how much did you say? 10,000. Okay, cool. I start walking to work. It's like an hour to walk from work to walk from my place to work.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, for me, it's therapeutic. I listen to music on the way. I write my music on the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't mind even had to stop order, and then we
Oh, man.
started walking, and we had saved up around, I think, like 9 grand, right? We have about 9 grand. We came to Lightwood, right? And then when we drew the money, we didn't even count it. Like it's the most money you've ever held in your hand. You just
Uh-huh.
like take this batch, you hold that,
Yeah,
and then
just to
to
go
get
to,
a
yeah, yeah,
training.
yeah.
You know,
Who put in your training?
yeah. So we're in Orange Farm at the time. We're like, Orange Farm is big on trains. So it's like, okay, just withdrew, take this, take. We didn't even count it. You could have taken 5p pipe or whatever. I wouldn't have known. We didn't even count it. From a bank, like, bam, 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 and then went and bought the sound and all that. And then now we started now recording professionally now. And then we managed to record 5 tracks that we put on that. We put it on SoundCloud, but one of the songs actually did well, and we managed to get it on like Cosmo FM.
Oh, yes.
We managed to even shoot a music video for it. It was actually 2 music videos that we shot, but there was one that actually we started seeing what we were doing. We actually shot it like just around, club. What's the club? Red Apple. Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah, just like when I was like, okay.
Wow.
We shot it there. I was like, okay, with my videographer, Tecto. It's MIK Productions. You should check him out on Facebook. It's also doing podcasting and does very beautiful music videos.
MIK.
MIK, yes, make it known, make it known, make it
Okay.
known production. Yeah.
Right.
So we shot a video for it. At the time, we didn't know. We thought like Zangena, Zangena.
Mm-hmm.
But in retrospect, I feel like it was a good experiment. We knew how to submit a song. We knew how to register a song. We knew we needed artwork, submit. We knew which more submitting Goma. They usually do an interview, then they play your music. So we knew a lot of things off of that.
Yeah, yeah.
I even got it played on, what is it? Deep Slot FM, got played there. So we learned a lot of things at that small project. It didn't do numbers because we didn't know how to properly market. We just thought, if we put the link, people will just click.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know. But yeah, it was a building block. Yeah, yeah, did a lot for us.
Great. Ingoma yakho yokuqala
Mhm.
owayirekhodayo,
Mhm.
what is the most memorable ngizobeka kanjani, like ingoma yakho oyirekhodile okokuqala yini ekhuthazile after yona, like or le esiqeda ukukhuluma ngayo yiyo ingoma yakho yokuqala? It's not.
Okay.
The first song you recorded.
The first song, ngithanda ukudla kakhulu. Somehow, my stories are tied to food most of the time. So on the day we went to record my first song, so I was staying in Orange Farm now. I was in like grade 9. So one of the guys in there just knew which I rap. Before have like a durag, you have your cap, you have your chains,
Yeah.
they can just say which is either you playing basketball or you're rapping. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know who knew which I rap, and then that guy was pointed my way. His name is Skytronics, Dumisanis Chole. You know, he knew Jay Skito, right? So we were like, tomorrow we should go recording. you can rap and all that. And at this time they don't even say Spirit 16 for me. It's like you wanna go, young talk.
Mhm.
Like cool. So the morning I go there, my mom she makes. I think it was the only time actually she made like a wrap, like a homemade wrap.
Mhm.
Yeah, she had like the wrap. She had like chicken breast. She like fried everything. I never forget the first day I went to record because that's what I
Oh
had.
man.
You get so yeah. So I went there on that day. If I'm not mistaken, we recorded like 4 songs on one day.
One day.
Yeah, because it was like four of us, just like a verse each. Yeah, it was four of us. It was myself. At the time, I was still dollar, but I don't. We didn't even release this online. This was like back then with like CD or. But it was me. It was Skytronics. It was Delicious. It was F Cougar. I think it was like four of us, right? And at the time, the music we made was like socially driven. Like it just, I don't know. Like it's like early hip hop. Like
Yeah, yeah.
we spoke on like topics that actually like mattered. But we recorded 4 songs on that day, right? Yeah, and our producer was also a rapper as well, but he didn't rap on those. But we recorded 4 songs, and then one of the tracks, I think they took it to Teta FM, and me, I couldn't, listen because I was in Honeydew. So, but they told me that they took it there. There was voting, like hot or
Oh
not,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and they actually like voted that it wasn't hot, so it was whatever. Went to, we kept it. But for me, it was like okay, if we could record a song and get it to the radio,
I was
and
about
actually,
to say that.
it's like yeah, it's like okay, cool. I didn't know we could do that
Yeah,
you
man.
know. So yeah, from then on, I just kept going. Like now, I was leaving Skytronic. Now I was just going myself, going to jail, like going to record. Now I'm recording, and the thing, the beauty of it is, he's never charged me. All this other time we just recorded. We just came, we came, we record. It wasn't like imagine keep a mind. It was like okay, oh, he can rap. Okay, cool. You know, and to see how big the Tsonga culture is, it's like Skytronics ngikhuluma nayo isiZulu. Skytronics the raps in Zulu
Mhm.
is Tsonga. Cool. I'm Tsonga, like I speak mostly Tsonga because of my mom's Tsonga, right?
Yes.
I didn't grow up with my pops. I speak mostly Tsonga. I get to Jay's place. Guess what? He's Tsonga as well. I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on here?
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, it's basically and we never charged us. We're
Wow.
just recording, we're just friends recording. To this day, he doesn't really do music as much, but he still supports. When I record something, I send it to him. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. Basically, yeah.
So, I don't know about saying ukuthi lena
Mhm.
mhlawumbe ngifuna ukwazi manje ukuthi yintoni eyenziwa yonke music because situation zabantu azifani omunye ukwenza music ngenxa ye-situation enje athi into engiyibonayo ngathi ngakwazi ukuyenza
Mhm.
abanye abantu benza umusic nje into evelile khona abhali so lo music wathola kanjani like first uthando lomculo nje.
Man, like I said, it was
Yeah, yeah.
always there somehow.
Mhm.
My uncles were just playing, but there's no musician in the family. Uh, the closest we ever got to a musician in the family, just the uncle, in the choir in church, just a singer. But I mean, even at school, Banki Bila Bimba, there was never, school in Mabaketi choir, they're like, okay, choir, choir,
When I
like,
young up.
nah, this one, and then they like shape it. But yeah, the music there wasn't really there. If anything, it was more like football. Like, as an African child, like football is always gonna be
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
Always
yes.
gonna.
Mhm.
I sucked at school at football, but I'll still play. Like I wanna shot break, I'll play. Shot break, I'll play. My brother is very good as well. He's a goalkeeper. He plays. My father as well. He was great in his time. Played coach. Like they basically do everything football plays. Coach, linesman, ref, like they basically. But me now, I was more creative. I used to draw. I was more the
Oh.
intellect that took after my mother. She was like the intellectual one. My brother it's two of us. It's like from my mother's side. So I'm the older one, is the younger one, right? But I took more from my mother's side. My mother's side was more like a reader, like huge. Hence the name determination. She knew what the name meant. She was like, it's a big word. I like it. Give it to my child. No.
Ne?
She knew what it means.
Yeah.
You
Like
see, she knew what it
deep.
meant. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because I would say the first books I read, because I'm a reader as well, were in the household. Like I didn't have to go fetch a book. No, they were like there, and then you have to like, okay, let me try and read this one. It was there. But my brother went more the father side, the football side.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know okay. So eventually, met him. First time I met him, but he, ngokwacela ukuthi manje ngumrepha makolezi nayo ingoma yami.
For whatever reason, it goes back to my statement. You don't have to be a fan, but be a supporter. I don't think I've played a song for my mom.
Yeah.
I might have, maybe, but like later. Because the thing is, she would buy me, those belts that would have like artists, those belts being yeah, that would have like, when you would like, my better this way is like the artist, like, the 50 Cent. She knew I loved that. She would buy me that. She would buy me like, a Tupac poster. She would buy me. But she never really like, understood the music. So the support was there, but the understanding of the music wasn't there. But she was there nonetheless, you see. Yeah, basically. But the love of the music, it was curiosity, man. When I saw her, like, okay, like I said with the music, like 3:45. Why 3:45? Like, I never understood.
22:4.
22:4. Like, what are these people doing? Like, there's the name of the song and also the naming of the song. All the music they'll just name the full the name of the song, like glass. How do you sing 1,000 things about glass? Like, from my perspective, it's like they took one thing and they just sang around it. Like, okay, this song is called Monday, and then you sing 20,000 things about Monday. Like, it's just one word. Like, it was more curiosity thing. Yeah, it was like the song is called Juice. So how do you have 1,000 words just of juice? Exactly. I thought you would name the song and then go and not for you to do the song and then name it. I thought like you would name the song, then go and make the song. And then those 3 minutes, 12 seconds, I was like, okay, 12 past 3, they were making the song.
Because I didn't catch your cards. You said, I mean, like, got past.
Like, if you don't know what it means, what does it mean? Because the name of the song is there and the minutes. Okay. Yeah, like they're making the song for you.
Kama artist okile wa collaborator now.
I don't really collaborate with someone unless I meet them on a song.
Okay.
So I'm not the guy who's gonna say, "Hey, dog, let's do something." Just come to let's do something. I do things with the purpose, so it goes back to the passion. Getting it right. I'm not a talented person to say, nah, just bring the beat. We just
Yeah.
Or a hard worker to say, we'll do 20 songs and one is gonna be right now. I've always been okay. I know that I might need Z on this song.
And you go
on the hook, yes. Then I go to Z. I know this song, I'm done with it, but it might need so and so on this. I think the verse, that's how I do it. So I don't have a lot of collaborators. I know a lot of people, but I don't wanna make a song with you and it doesn't come out. It makes me feel bad.
Okay.
Make a song with him doesn't come out. Just we make a song, you like the song, and then I don't pick it up because of whatever it is. But lately, there's a song actually that I did with F Easy, with F Easy and Mtagati. So it's called Cheese. So I'm gonna take you back to my creative process. Believe it or not, I've had that beat for more than 5 years. You see, so one of my friends, no, it's serious. One of my friends, DJ Ngoma, sent me 2 beats.
Yeah.
Again, he didn't charge me. You know when you believe in someone or you just that passionate. I have
Mm.
that like of meet abantu who are passionate.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, because I'd read on one of his beats back when we had Saturday Sci-Fi at Cosmo FM,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I asked, who made this beat, DJ Ngoma, whatever, I get it now, but he sends me two beats. I wrote a song on the first one, finished it, right? Scrapped it. Wrote on this one, finished, scrapped, wrote, the hook is not good, go back. The verse is not good, go back. And at this point, I was writing like a full 16 and then a hook. Until Umtagati, basically I work with his girlfriend, right? So I sent him because they tell me at work, they're like, yo, now why don't you ask Paul's guy, he does music as well. I'm like, oh, okay, play me something. Play me, oh, cool, cool. I sent him the beat. It does a 12 bar hook, right? So it doesn't repeat a single line, but it's fine, right? At this time, I've began like talking with FEs, like about doing something. You know, it was super easy to work with him. We had to re-record, but it was still super easy to work with him. And I feel like it's something that we can learn as upcomers, as well to say, just because maybe you're hot at the time, or it doesn't mean you should you know, like I'm a superstar. They'll have to
Right.
wait for me, yeah, I'll take whatever they'll pay for. It was super easy to work with. But then Mintagati does the hook, right? And this is like I've got a session with FEZ two days to come.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what I'm gonna give him. Like, okay, this song, this song, this one. I don't like it. This one. I wanna waste the verse, and then I have a feature and it doesn't come out, and it's like FEZ is like I wasted his time and all that, right? So as he's sending the hook, I'm like, okay, now I'm also like mumbling my own, I'm mumbling my, and then it ends up being because he was doing an intro and a hook, but because of the how the beat is structured, that intro and hook can also yangena on the other part of the
Oh,
hook.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I ended up just doing my 12 verse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he does the hook comes in again, and then Efuzi does also a 12 verse, and then so that's how music is. So even with the collaboration, there's also those. So yeah, and I've on the production side, I've worked with DJ Malefactor. The phenomenal guy. He produced four songs on Ricky Ricky's posthumous album. It's super good, and he always gives me like music advices.
Wow.
you know, um, and I owe him a visit. I haven't been to his place in like over 5 years again. Like, I'm gonna come through, man. And COVID hits, I'm like, I'm gonna see you. Go to Boxback, and I'm gonna see you, and then but yeah, I'm gonna go and see him. But DJ Ngoma, I've also worked with Nate Africa. He was more on the production side, but Nate Africa sings the raps. He does Limpopo now with Abu Mahu and Abu Little Bliss. It's like master of of everything. He used to when I met him was just a singer and a rapper and a producer, but now singer, rapper, producer, DJ is like and where else am I missing out that I've worked with recently? Uh, I've also worked with High Priest. High Priest was on that show. What was that show? The battle show, the MC battle show. One mic.
One month.
Yes,
Yeah.
super nice. That guy, super nice. Now down to earth again. He doesn't have this thing with you. Because I'm more
Mm-hmm.
well
Yeah,
known.
yeah, yeah.
So I've just had that luck to meet like people who are actually like human, and then it makes the collaboration, as easy. Kamu as well. Kamu can record herself. That other song, Hold You Down. She
Mm-hmm.
recorded herself. So I've always had that. You know, yeah. I've
Oh.
been around a lot of artists, but if I would do a song with each and every artist, maybe I'd have like 100 songs with different artists. But because I feel like I'm not a good fit for them, or they're not a good fit for me, or they're not
Oh.
a good fit for this particular song.
Yeah.
So I usually just wait until the right moment. Like Nate Africa, when we did Hold You Down, I had known Nate Africa and Kam. I had known them for I would say maybe 4 years or more before we actually made that song. And it was the
Really?
first song we made. Yeah, it was the first song we made. It was the second beat I got from Nate Africa. I think it had given me one. Again, not charging me, right? He gave me a beat. I don't know what happened, how I lost it. But the second one that became Hold You Down. That was like after I've known him for like 4 to like 5 years. Right? Same thing with Kamu. So I know these musicians, but I know which song I'm gonna put you on. You know. There's also another collaborator of mine, El Haji Diouf. Yeah, he's a chameleon. You put him on whatever beat he rocks. You put him in piano, you put him on hip hop, classic hip
Okay.
hop, trap. Because even hip hop has got like sub genres, but you put him on this one, it rocks. You put him on this one, it rocks. You put him on this one, it rocks. So yeah, there's been a few collaborators, but there are people that I know that I just haven't because I felt like it wasn't the time
Yeah,
yet,
yeah, yeah.
basically.
All right. I believe Uguti, all these people who like you keep on saying, I met this person, waba nice kimi, and then ngahlangana nalona, naye ube nice kimi, and then wangipha i-beat, like waba like bakwenzela everything, like ngenhliziyo zabo zonke. I believe personally ukuthi bayenza zonke lezi zinto lezi because of babona inhliziyo yakho. Like uyabona laa nto leyo ukuthi umuntu abe nice kuwe angazicabangeli, like angazibeki phezulu, angaziboni ungathi ungcono. Understand? Then umuntu abone ukuthi no man, this person is sweet, let me do this. That's why I think, angazi ukuthi abanye abantu ukuthi bacabanga ini, but personally I think they are doing all these things because of ubuwena bakho. Angikwazi kakhulu, but then like now that you are saying all these things again, iyahlangana ke manje ukuthi no man, they are doing this because umuntu right. Yeah, you keep on saying like my song, this song, this song, this song. Is there ingoma ongathanda ukushisa yona? Like just
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna do the hook. That guy did 12 bars. It's amazing, but I'm gonna lose the hook. So I'm just gonna do my best.
right.
So there's a song that I'm busy with now. I'm just gonna release now. It's called Cheese. It's very interesting because cheese is like a metaphor for money.
Oh, that's deep.
Like
Very deep.
like it's a metaphor for money.
Now that we are so put, can you understand?
Yeah, so people are gonna hear my verse and be like we're talking about cheese. What is he talking about? I mean, if Easy did his thing, he incorporated, but so it's more it's a metaphor for money, but cheese is like the good life and all that. So my part, I usually I focus on the money side. The hook. The genius thing about the hook is it connects both, right?
Yeah.
And then if Easy doing is one, but my verse it's 12 bars. It goes the aim is not to sweat. I got Easy on the track, and we're coming for the plaques. I don't mean disrespect, but I don't call her even text if it ain't about the checks. Facts. I done made it on my own. I've been my own man since I made it at the womb. King of the trenches here, come up off my throne, hold me down anytime. The tape is coming soon. I've been in places where you can even touch the door. Don't give me no visit. I'ma have to test you. Just say classic. She said, "Why you text me for?" I said, "Baby, lock the door, turn around and touch the floor."
Oh,
basically.
wow, wow.
Yeah.
She said, "Why you text me for?" I said, "Baby, lock the door, turn around and touch the floor." Since in I've been a ghost. I just screw them, then I did it on my own. Mfusu shaka Zulu, ngale flow. Funi nyugu.
Okay, if you can be given the opportunity yokuthi kube khona ama-changes owenzayo kwi-industry, kungaba yini lawo ma-changes lawo?
I would say educating my artists, empowering them with knowledge. Like I said, it's trial and error. I go to the radio station, they say, no, you should have the artwork. I go, they say, no, it should be registered. So most times, the record label in Robbie Maliam, because I don't know which form to fill.
Yeah.
Sometimes the money is just there, but you don't know which form to fill, who to submit it to. You have to ask this person who asked that person to ask that person. So I think it should be as easy as when I'm aware on your 9 to 5. You know what? Ngiyaqoka imali yami iyangena, ngiyaqoka imali yami iyangena. So I think for us, there's still that mystery of I made the song. Where does it go from the studio to the radio? How does it go? How do I get my money? How many streams of revenue do I get? Right? So you find that the song is on radio, but you don't know how much a radio pays to the exact amount. You don't know how much TV pays to the exact amount. You don't know which form to fill in. Sometimes you submit it, they play, they love it, but there's a form you didn't fill out.
Yeah, ne?
So yeah, it's, I think educating people so they know. Uyazi ukuthi uma uhola isasa uyazi. You know? You know ukuthi ngiyohola i-Q. And then or ngiyobhalisa and then from lapho ngiyohola i-Q.
Well, in that case, ukuthi educating people, I think iya nakule nto le ukuthi uyenze music, for instance, wenze ingoma, and then mina ngiyibone, like maybe uyenze mawuqeda lapho uyiposte ku-TikTok. Uyenzile nje mina ngiyithathe nginemali ngiyenze ingoma. The next thing uthi wena untshontshelwe ingoma. But la ngoma bungayiregisteranga, right?
Yes.
We understand. So like maybe those are the things. Yeah.
Yes, so you need to know where to register, how to register.
Yeah, man.
You know, ezinye izinto imali ingaba khona but bakutshela ukuthi iphuma every 6 month cycle. This 6 months has passed when ingoma yakho ifike kusele 2 weeks before the cut off.
Yeah.
Right? And then the whole 6 months yadlula, you only get leya mali 2 weeks. Like, man, labantu bangishaya imali yami. But you don't know. Maybe that's a cycle at the time, you know. But you need to know exactly. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I make music, I write, I mix, I master, I advertise, but I don't know where the money is coming from because I just focus on gigs. There's so much money out there, right? But we don't know which form to sign, you know, which person to approach, which, you know. So I think educating the artist, not just pop-up shop, because pop-up shop and I'm going to work on Friday, but you can't hotel. Nah, can't make it. Right? So ibe sobala. Even I feel like even if artists knew ukuthi bathatha 12% out of my money, which was the deal that you signed to in the beginning, right? That's what you said. Because if I'm gonna tell you to say you pay 500,000 so I can market you, you don't have the 500,000, right?
Yeah.
So I take my 500,000, but we agree with things of 12% of whatever you make. But now the problem starts with their 12%. Angazi how much money it is. I don't know how much money. It could be 12% of a million. It's a whole lot of money. It could be 12% of 10,000. I don't know how much it is. And there's no means for me to, because now the deeper you go, there's entertainment lawyers, there's promoters, there's. So at the end of the at the end of the whole thing, there's money that you left you don't know about. Artists, some of them they pass away, they leave money that they never knew about, that the kids never know about. And then it's why I know the money the record labels are robbing us. You see. So for me now, right now I'm not signed, self-managed, but I do get help, you know, from my friends. There's also a guy who used to manage me, Moses the Spoken, you know. Yeah, it's given me wonderful opportunities. You know, it's one of the reasons why I actually managed to make a song with Easy as well, you know.
Oh, wow.
So he manages me from a distance, So I finance myself, you know, whether it's a song, whether I'm going to record, I'm paying, or just record Mina Endlini. I've got my equipment, my studio recording equipment, or I'm going to mix and master. I pay whenever to mix and master. I pay for the music video, you know, I pay for my transport to get here, you know, but there are people that are still assisting me. You understand? Like I say, like no man is an island, you know. If I had to pay for everything, it was gonna be, you know, even the beats that I get from my friends, they could just easily charge me. They are worth paying for. But you know, they say, okay, I'm gonna send you 2 beats, you know. I'm gonna send you 2, I'm gonna send you 3 beats, I'm gonna, you know. So, but the funding, I do it myself. I'm not signed. I don't know if the opportunity to sign will arrive. I don't know how I'll act because I don't know which place I'll be in at the time. You know? Yeah.
Right. Kune-project obhize ngayo recently?
Yes. Like I said, the song Cheese with F Easy and Umtagati, produced by DJ Ngoma. a 5-year-old beat, my God. So, so there's that. You know, Asia's umkhulile lo muntu, yazini. So there's that. So that song, "Hold You Down," and also what I'm working with. There's also Mike Vegasin. It's also it's a ridiculous producer. You know, mixes, masters, makes beats. So I'm working on that as well. So I plan on releasing an EP start of 2026. I don't want to rush it. Like I said, with the 1,000 downloads EP, we just released, you know, there was no rollout.
Yes.
You know, so this time I'm trying to make it more of a rollout, you know, go to podcasts, talk to people, people should be aware, you know, make whatever promo video, people should be aware. It shouldn't just be song out now. You know? Yeah. So yeah, I like what I've done so far with the project. I like what I've done so far. I'm not gonna make it too long. I'm not gonna be the guy who's gonna release 19 tracks for no. You don't owe me anything. You just played the first three. Like I have to go through it. Nah, yeah, you know, we'll see him again later. So I'll try to keep it like 6, 7. You know, a healthy amount. Nothing too over 30 minutes. Because even myself, I love. I'm an album fan. You know, like I listen to an album. But once I listen to your album, using Figure 17, I have to stop. It might take me 2 weeks to come back to it and finish it.
Yeah, so, and remember, maybe like you've got 12 songs, then maybe ulalele 6 ufike emsebenzini. Kanti le ye-7 ungayilalelanga.
That's the one. Understand? So I'll try and compress everything. Yeah. You should listen to the tape and be like, okay, now I'm waiting for the next week. Like, Pelile. Okay, now let me go to that song that I actually, you know. Yeah, because there's way too much music coming out. There's way too many music videos coming out. Like a day, if you can search, go on the internet, see how many music videos are out, and these are from elite artists. Like it's not just upcoming. These are like proper established artists. There's a lot. So if you can finish off of those, how my idol wako, how are you gonna listen to mine and go like for like 1 hour 30 minutes? You know, so try to keep it as the drive to work. You should be able to finish Oksale 2 songs. You know.
At least if you makusele 2 uzoba nalandela ukuthi bekusele only 2.
Yeah, let me ngaziqedelela, you know, manje.
But masele 12.
Yeah, like masele 12 be like, oh my god, I love this guy and all, but yeah.
If you were not a musician, uzokwenzani kwalapha kwi-entertainment industry?
In the industry, if only I had the power to produce, I'd be a producer. Those guys are incredibly talented. They understand music in a way that we could never understand music. They are not arrogant with it means hip hop. So those guys can, in a span of 2 weeks, again the piano, and they've never made piano before. It's gonna be a bit shaky, but you can still hear with the piano. Right? Omunyo, you like the beat the way it is because it sounds shaky. It doesn't sound straight like a piano, but it doesn't sound like a quiet all the way. It's got a bit of hip hop because the hip hop producer, but they can make R&B beats. Umuntu umaza yenza hip hop, but they can make, and they can play instruments. Some of them, you know, they can direct you to record. They hear things you don't hear. They're like, get closer to the mic, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Get closer to the mic and like I'm here, like okay, now you cool.
And maybe from here you just.
I mean, those guys are geniuses. Okay, let me just put a pillow over here. Okay, now we good. Like
pillow for what?
Just to absorb the sound. It was too loud, and you don't hear anything. Anything when you listen to them, actually, they are the secret to a great body of work. If you can get a producer, it doesn't matter what kind of sound they make. Once they understand your sound and then you mesh together with that sound, there's consistency. They can direct you into forming a very, very good body of work. You go listen to all the great bodies of work. It's usually just one producer or just 2 producers. They are very good. If I was able to actually make beats, even now I can be a vocal producer in a way. Just okay, sing it this way, maybe. You know, or just double it here, you know, because I can record myself. But if I were, my dream would be, you know, a producer. Those people are so good.
All right, then okay. Music wakho utholakala kuphi?
It's classic TNE. You can go to your YouTube, your Spotify, classic TNE. So even on my socials, it's just classic TNE, just classic TNE for trial and error, T for teacher, N for November, E for everything else I didn't mention. It's there already. Extraordinary. I feel in each and every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so thank you so much, man.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Right. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to press that subscription button. Until next time, danko!